What's going on YouTube? Today I'm bringing you guys a new video, part of a new series I'm going to be doing. Basically, it's just going to be short tips and trick videos for specific gods. Today's is going to be on Jormungandr, as the title suggests. And basically what I want to show you guys is just like some lesser known things about each god. Some of it is going to be on gods that I've already done god guides on. Some of it is going to be on some new gods I've never done, just like Jormungandr. So yeah, let me know if you like this idea, and if you learn anything from the rest of the video, be sure to let me know. Also, if you're wondering what this overlay is, this is basically an overlay that Bria made for me that I can use while I'm in queue for my Smite games over at my Twitch stream. If you don't follow me on Twitch, be sure to do that. It's twitch.tv/fineok. Of course, I'll put a link in the description like I always do. You can ask me questions there and get instant responses, and also just watch some live Smite gameplay of Ranked and everything else. If you're interested in that, like I said, be sure to follow me there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get right into the video. This is going to be the Jormungandr tips and tricks video for the solo. At max range, Jorm's 1 takes a little bit to actually hit, so what you can do with Blink, if you buy Blink as a relic, you can 1 at max range and then blink into it and hit your 2, the combo with your 1. And Jormungandr's 1 has such a long range and is considered an ability, therefore it procs ability effects. On-hit effects like Ethereal Staff, Soul Reaver, Soul Gem, Gem of Isolation, not all together unless you're building him full damage, can be built on him, and it's actually really nice because you can instantly proc it from this far away. And if you have a lot of CDR, what you can do is set up your pools around Fire Giant, Gold Furies, even when coming into lane. And these pools will proc these item effects for you as people walk over them because they can't avoid them, especially down corridors. Jorm is really good at getting Totem for a couple of reasons. For one, he can throw his 1 on it, and it actually does tick damage, a decent amount as well, which means he can sit there and breathe on it and let his tick damage do a lot of work. Or he could even walk away once it's gotten to a good enough health where his tick damage will actually just end up killing it. You can also set up so many pools on it, just like that. If you step near your 1 pool and then use your 3 and then set up your pools, you'll have 3 pools going on, all doing tick damage to it, which is really nice for just DPSing it. And I'll do it one more time just to show you. And like I said, one of the cool tricks about Jorm is that once you've done enough damage to it, you can actually throw 1 on it, it'll burst it, and then the damage that it's doing through each tick will actually secure it while you can go and do other things on the maps like secure your own blue buff. Another fun little interaction with Totem that Jorm has is, say that you have a lot of pressure and you're just out pressuring the other solo laner under his tower or whatever, you can sit here and throw your 1s towards the Totem and come back and just keep, because we're so early in the game, I'm actually one-shotting the Totem, but at this point, you know, you'd have to throw a couple 1s over just to keep the Totem going. You can sit here and keep up the pressure while using your Totem and using your breath and your 2s to clear the wave. There are so many things in the game that are balanced around basic attacks being pretty slow. So Jorm's auto attacks, which are just basically breath, where he breathes on people and it's really quick, he counters a lot of those things in the game. One of the perfect examples is Akumba. Get him in his passive. Once I have my breath back up, usually it's balanced around being slow, but if I just sit here and breathe on him, I quickly kill out his passive. There's a lot of other things in the game that Jorm counters because of how fast his basic attacks are. Block stacks, wards, and Persephone are just a few examples of things that he does really well against. Be sure to be playing around your pools, especially when you use your 2. You want to use it after placing your 1 down so that you can actually get more damage and increase range on your 2. This works up to 3 times, so if you're able to get 3 pools out on the map right before you 2, it'll increase the damage and the distance that it will go by a lot, like this. Because Jorm's 1 has such a long range and does a decent amount of burst damage, it's really good for getting last hits on people who are low health and running away, and getting out of range of most abilities that wouldn't be able to hit them. It's also really good for stopping people's backs, especially in solo lane when people are trying to back under their tower. One way to counter Jorm ult, or 2 ways, is if you stand near a wall and juke, it's a lot harder for the Jorm to actually hit it because Jorm can't ult into the center of a wall, put the center outside of the wall. Also, there's a minimum distance that Jorm has to travel during his ult. As you can see, you cannot just jump right on top of yourself. So if you find a little sweet spot in between the ults, you can actually avoid all of the ult damage and make Jorm look like an idiot while he ults. As you can see, that's the max or minimum distance you can travel. If you just step in and out of here while he's trying to do that, you'll avoid all of the ult damage. Getting your full 3, 1, and 2 combo off in a late game teamfight is actually pretty difficult, especially if you're trying to ult afterward because it takes a while for you to actually get your ult off. So a lot of times in late game scenarios, you want to be trying to ult early on in a fight so that you don't get DPS'd during your full combo throughout your abilities. When Jormungandr uses his Submerge and goes underground, he creates a pulsating radius that actually allows him to see people near him. And this includes characters that can go invisible, such as Loki and Morgan, and it makes him a really good counter pick into things like that. Something that you can do is once you're underground and you see these characters as they're invis, you can Click V and ping them on the map to your teammates to show where they are, and use yourself as a nice little walking ward for those invisible characters that can be really annoying. Another nice use of Jormungandr's long range 1 is being able to share blue buff over the wall while still securing the minions in lane. Not only at level 1, but throughout the rest of the game. If your jungler ever comes over to do your blue buff, what you can do is throw your 1 over to the blue, let that do damage to it, the tick damage will help you get the XP, and then you can sit in lane while securing that. This will also work on the back camps as well. You walk over, your jungler is about to go do them, you throw your 1 on it, walk back to lane, you'll get XP as your jungler secures that buff. This also works in the reverse, where if you want to share the minions in lane, or at least hit them and tag them so you get XP, you can do that and then walk over to your blue buff and secure it as the tower kills them or as the minions kill each other, you still get XP. This works the same way when you're getting zoned. If you're into a pretty high pressure matchup and you're getting owned, what you can do is sit back, throw your 1 in the middle of the lane, and then the tick damage will actually secure the minions for you so that you'll still be getting XP when people are trying to zone. You can walk up a little bit further, throw your 1, and get XP for that, even if the burst damage doesn't do it, because the tick damage will be securing the minion XP for you.